Oh.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, gamers. Welcome. This is UGC season week 8, and we are bringing you some Bad Water Pro. Joining me tonight is Mario. Hi, Mario.
Hello, hello.
What is going on? And tonight it is KND versus DK, the team's #1 and #2, vying for that top position in Plat. Yo, it's gonna be good.
Should be an amazing game.
Absolutely. I'm most definitely looking forward to seeing a lot of good play, especially on a map that's really been a staple for pretty much, every season? Correct me if I'm wrong, of course.
Yeah, and this is a matchup from the playoffs of last season as well, where I think
right.
KND took a decisive 2-0. It was 2-1 or 2-0. I'm not quite sure, but DK definitely trying to live up to their name here and get a win. Definitely gonna need it.
Absolutely. Of course, as of right now, at this moment, although this may change by the end of the night, KND is undefeated. So that's definitely something to look out for. Of course, DK, they're nothing to shake a stick at too. They've only picked up 1 loss so far this season against Silver Savages on, I believe that was Product. And so we'll just have to see exactly what we pull out. We have quite a few veterans of both teams on Highlander, so I'm really looking forward with what will be going on there. Before we start though, I would like to throw a shout out down to the t-shirts down there below the Twitch window, I suppose, video player, excuse me, that's the term. Support your favorite casters, support your favorite producer, Dashner, and hop on over, buy a t-shirt, they're all really cool, represent our favorite gamers, and help us keep doing what we love to do.
That's casting, right?
Woo! Wait, what? Casting? I don't know. I'm here for them. Here for the memes, my friend. I don't know about you.
Nice. Anyway,
Thanks.
before we start, do you want to go ahead and go down the rosters?
Most definitely.
I grab my list right here.
Oh, the big list.
The big list. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna go down the KND roster this time.
All right.
So starting from the top, we got what do we got on Scout? Sizz is on Scout. Yeah, we got Sizz on Scout. We got Etney on Soldier. I believe Geosis is on Pyro. We got Jarrett on Demo Man. The legendary Kreenik on Heavy. We have Ender on Engineer. We have Nursey on Medic. Yash is on Sniper. We have Demento on Spy.
And on DK, we have Vanny on Scout, Bobby on Soldier, Osborne Cox is playing the Pyro class, Zan on Demo, Carl on Heavy, Jordan on Engineer, Metaway on Medic, Timeless on Sniper, and Akuma on Spy. Whew.
I was just messaged that there was a little bit of a pause right at the beginning of the start here. I believe somebody crashed, so we might have a messed up HUD for a couple seconds, but looks like everything is ready and good to go, so disregard that. And we have the KND team starting on the defense. We have Ender building level 3, usual spot right on that ledge right there, protecting everybody as Medic. Shooting some gamers out of the sky, but it isn't actually, it's not shooting the cart like other sentry guns do, so I've seen Ender do that a lot. He used to put it in the rock where Sizz is standing, put it inside that rock. And like the only thing it was there for is to deny bombers, and it worked really well, but Other than that, I didn't really do anything.
I mean, strats that work for you, so on and so forth. We didn't see any sort of crits play coming out in the beginning of the round. That's been happening since some more of the recent updates. We have Bobby taking some room over here up on the hill area, throwing out some spam. Akuma is over here, ready to sort of get in there. He gets caught out by Scissor, but there's not really too much going on so far yet. Oh, the big bomb coming in from Zan, trying to get in there, gets taken out very easily by a combination of Kresnik and Ender, but not before he takes out Joseph, so that'll be a Pyro down. So they'll be pretty open to some sort of picks. Akuma is over here in position, decloaking, trying to get on the Zan. Boo! Damn! Ender goes down, Sentry Gun's gonna go down as well, and that'll probably be a pretty easy first cap points if KND manages to, or doesn't manage to stay up here. Pardon.
It's a really good pick for DK to pick up. It definitely it opens up a lot of options, and also with the Pyro pick, they're going to be able to Uber in here freely. And as I said, that DK does pop their Uber with Nursey, doing a great job milking his Uber. He hasn't even popped it yet. And Zan, actually, he's going to get caught out, and he's going to go down to this KND Uber, Sizz cleaning him up. And KND Uber, in retaliation, is going to try to clean up as many frags as they can, but looks like they want to attempt to back out. They're kind of indecisive whether they want to hold this.
Yeah, they don't really have the positioning, but they have the amount of players. Nursey still is at full health, and she's over here with her entire combo. Here we go, Etney sort of jumping in. He's using Black Box, and is that Conch? I believe it is, so it'll be a little bit of extra defense. Kuma's over here, gets caught out by Scissor, so that'll be a bit of a frag. And here we go, Arthur Cost, Vanny getting taken down by that Sentry. Jordan getting taken down by Jarrett as well, and we do have that pop coming out from the Soldier, giving a little bit more assistance to the team. And it looks like this is not really a very conventional hold going on right here, but it seems to be working out for sure, as KND is not bleeding too many players or health.
I've never seen this before. This is something else, but Meadoway is going to get forced out, so they're going to have to pop their Uber early. Right into Nursey. Nursey has about a 10% little bit of Uber advantage in that pop, so they're going to have a slightly better Uber. But it looks like Sizz trying to get in onto the medic, gets a nice pickup on the Zan. Trying to do what he can, but Manny's going to go ahead and clean him up. Meadoway is still alive, but both teams are about 20% Uber. Excuse me. And KND is still holding this corner with that level. That Wrangle level 3 is just devastating. There's so much work. But Yoshi gonna pick up a nice pick onto Meadoway, so it's a medic down for the DK squad.
Most definitely. Timeless is taken down by Demento. That is a sniper pick, so that's a pretty decent pick as well. Demento doing a bit of work. Zan headshot by Yosh right there, so that'll be definitely something good to look out for. Meanwhile, Banny is over here. He's sort of dancing around, trying to nudge his car as much as possible, but there's not much they can do against that level 3 right now. They need to back up. Meadoway needs to get something going on here, or they need to get something in their Kresnik taken down by Timeless as well. So just a bit of jockeying going out here. The launch is popped up once more. Uber as well from Nursey comes out. Carl gets caught out, so does Jordan. Zan is over here sort of jockeying with his team, not really trying to meet up with them, and here we go, trying to spam that out, it's not working. Sentry's getting Rescue Ranger. Meadoway is approaching 50% Uber, and I really want to see a cap here, yo.
Problem with this hold that KND has is if DK can break this, KND is going to have to give up second for free. And if veterans that DK are, they're going to be able to take third for free as well if they get really bad respawns. But we have KND getting a little bit aggressive here. Meadoway trying to tank the players that he can. Zan getting real aggressive, but he actually goes down to the Sentry gun. And the SG is going to get picked by Carl, and DK pushing up through second, and KND backs out back to the corner. Doesn't look like they want to give this up for second, like I was saying.
No, because Nursey almost has Uber right here. Meadoway does as well, so if they can maybe get some sort of a force out. Bobby did get sort of roasted out of the sky there by Kresnik, and they actually lost a lot of pushing power. Zan went down. Here we go. Uber finally gets popped out. Meadoway is taking Banny in there. Nursey counters in with an Uber on Etney. Jarrett does go down, however, and that'll be a really easy second point capped for DK, and they're going to try and roll through. Etney was trying to get a little creative with that Sentry placement, but that level 1 did not work out very well, and so KND is going to back up and be able to set up hopefully a pretty decent third hole to stop this momentum. Some reflex over here from Joseph doing some spam. Banny trying to get in, pepper some people, and here we go. Dan getting aggressive, hitting a really nice pipe, and then taking out Jarrett with the second one, but not before Jarrett trades for him as well.
Problem right there was DK had to get a Nursey pick on that corner. They didn't actually get it, and I think Demento got a pick onto Meadoway. So Nursey is alive with about a 40% Uber charge. So I would like to see an offensive defensive Uber coming out of the Nursey and the KND squad. Maybe get Scissor in on there, try to get a nice pick on a Meadowy. They do have a sizable Uber advantage to make that happen. But Meadowy's going to have to pump some heals into Timeless right here to see what he can get. Carl getting a little aggressive, taking this corner with his Demo Man. Ooh, Jordan spamming that short circuit, trying to deny the spam, but he gets picked by Yosh. But Ender not letting this Sentry going to go down. Definitely doing a good job defending the cart.
Etney doing a lot of work here, popping Conch in really opportune places, making sure his team can take a little bit of ground without giving up that Uber. Nursey is at 100%, and she's probably going to hold on to that as long as possible. Meadowy, however, is approaching that as well, so we're going to be seeing a push maybe coming out here, at least sending in some sort of big class. Akuma is almost in position, so he's definitely someone to look out for, and seeing if he can catch anyone out anyway. Zan is coming in across the Uber, gets reflected like crazy by Joseph coming in here. Nursey does counter pop. Zan does get taken down, not before Akuma takes down Etney, however, and the cap does get given to DK, and so that'll be the third point going for them. And KND retreats around this corner. They're going to be setting up in maybe the usual spot. I don't really know what Ender's doing. No, he's setting up right by the point, so we'll see how that works out for them.
DK did a really good job there. They popped into their Uber and they had teams frag and push the cart, so they were easily able to get that third point. And they also did keep Meadowy alive. That's absolutely huge. Both teams are at 50% Uber right now. Bobby trying to get a nice bomb in under the pillar, but here my God! Banny with the flank farm. I think he came from Spiral. It's a pick onto Nursey, so that's about 60-70% Uber advantage for Meadowy. But Meadowy has to be protected. Carl, letting Meadowy die to a, I think that was a Pyro Geosis. Getting a nice pick, but it doesn't matter. KND is rolling this cart right now. DK is rolling this cart. KND is actually white. Only Ender alive, but some respawns are going to come out through the top. Carl just doing so much error denial with that minigun, and it looks like DK is going to cap this with a 7-minute time.
That pick from Banny just sort of dropping down from the shelf area and getting right in on Nursey was exactly what needed to happen, and it didn't end up mattering that you got a heavy on the cart. It is literally a dispenser. What are you gonna do if your entire team folds around you? And that's it's a time that can be beat. We'll see how it goes.
7 minutes is good. It's not super good,
right?
I mean, it's not bad.
It's an okay out of 10 time. I'll rate it that. That works.
Yeah, good awareness from DK, noticing that although they did lose their medic, they had the numbers and they had the advantage rolling with that cart healing them as well, and they just cleaned up all the frags that they saw. And with the KND wipe, even with Meadowy down, also on the back of Banny's pick on a Nursey, it's just a very good read coming out of probably Carl calling all of that. So it's just a very good read and allowed him to cap that point.
Most definitely. We do see mini sentries actually coming out from Jordan here. No level 3, so that's a bit of an interesting play, but I mean, hey, if it works, it works. Kuma's in position right here. KND coming out right away. Jarrett throwing out some extra spam over the cliff. Joseph gets caught out. 2-shot by Banny practically, so that'll be an easy pick. And we're getting a little bit of aggression going out here, just trying to get that cart into tunnel, make that happen. Kresnik is up here with Etney. Is he eating? Yeah, he's eating a sandwich. So that'll be happening, going on. Ender gets taken down, nice headshot from Timeless. Zan gets taken down by Yosh, and that'll be an actual, Akuma pulling it out. Yosh and Joseph down. Nice 2K right there. No sniper present. KND, they're really sort of throwing bodies at the point by this point as well. No pun intended. Didn't mean to throw out two things. And honestly, I think DK can hold this for a good while.
DK loves to hold this first point. I've played against them in seasons past, and they just absolutely love this first point. And as long as KND wants to throw frags over to them, and DK is able to get back in time, they'll just keep holding it. But Meadowy does actually get forced here to defend the cart. Nursey retaliates with his Uber as well. It looks like Cox. Sorry, what was his name?
Osborne Cox.
Osborne Cox trying to do what he can with the Uber, but he's gonna get cleaned up. DK is actually gonna lose a lot of people on the first point while they're waiting for their respawns.
most definitely. What actually ended up happening was Carl dropped down prematurely and ended up getting caught out by KND coming in off there by Jarrett. Hit up some really nice stickies on him. Etney gets taken down, shot right out of the air, but not before Yosh takes revenge out on Timeless for that as well. We're not going to be seeing too much of a defense set up here for the second point, and it looks like KND's just going to be able to roll in, and there goes the capture. Is going up ahead a little bit, trying to spawn camp, but nobody really took that bait, and it looks like DK is going to be trying to set up here. Still on mini sentries. Jordan's still going in. Demento trying to do some cheeky and get behind there. Barely avoids getting picked out by Osborne Cox, and both medics are getting close to Uber. Nursey, however, does have a very slight advantage in that regard. And so if she manages to push in with her team and sort of cut things off, there isn't really a level 3 to deny people that too well, they'll be able to get in.
And Nursey gonna go ahead and pop his Uber off the top here, right into the KND squad. Actually, Meadowy goes down to a pick from Demento. I'm not sure if that was a drop or not, but he was super close to Uber. That's actually gonna be a 100% free point for the KND squad on this third. And Jared actually getting really ballsy, jumping in here. Trying to shoot what he can with these stickies. He's probably going to get cleaned up, and he might throw his life away for this. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he tries to jump back, and he's actually going to get out for free. So that's something you don't see every day. But we got the KND squad taking over these the tire area, letting their flank go for free. We have Demento. Ooh, he's up in the top spot, trying to spy out, see what he can do. Bobby trying to jump in, but he's only going to get a pick onto Etney.
Most definitely. Ender does get taken down by Bobby, and actually, DK is still on those mini sentries. It's still no switch to level 3. I can't say that it's really working out for them so much, but oh my god, I hope you really saw that. But Bobby just hit a really nice prediction air shot on that cloaked spy. He didn't die, mind you. Oh!
Meadowy gets sold by Nursey at 99%. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it keeps happening. What a giver, and here we go. KND is getting in there. Nursey manages to make it out. Carlos over here trying to get stuff down. Ender gets taken down. Bobby gets taken down by Kresnik. Akuma takes down Yosh in the carnage, and they manage to hold on to the point. I don't know how.
What is this? What is this?
Video games, my friend. Here we go. Demento trying to get in here. Putting a little bit of time on the cap. He gets caught out, however, by Osborne Cox. And that will be a reset. Meadoway will have a little bit of an Uber advantage going in here, about 20%, and Nursey is left to regroup with their team.
That was insane. What happened to Nursey right there? I saw he got out, but what killed him afterwards? Because Meadoway does have a small Uber advantage, although it's actually negligible.
No, had to pop.
Ooh, Demento sneaking the cart right here. Oh, gosh. Oh, he got that so close. And with that distraction, we're going to have some bombs coming in here. Eddie, see what he can do. He doesn't actually make it over there, but Carl and Zan pushing up onto this ramp, getting really aggressive. Meadowy bringing the heals, trying to do what he can. And Bobby going to clean up that flank side. Actually, Bobby got a nice pick onto Yosh. He's a sniper down, so it's going to allow DK to peek aggressively right here. Looks like KND wants to try to take Map Room. They're setting their combo over there, but they are actually retreating out, as Map Room is currently free for the taking.
Hey, if it works, it works. We are seeing a little bit more action tire side. Bobby and Banny have been doing a really good job of holding down that flank, going at Scissor, trying to get in there through Spiral, maybe a bit of flank action, and we actually see Kresnik as well on the flank. Here we go. Nursey popping that Uber on Jared. The counter Uber comes out. Zane over here, Demo's being traded. Osborne Cox gets taken down, so that's a pyro down for DK, not being able to defend. Kresnik is over here jumping around. Carl is left alone under here. Zan is valiantly trying to defend the point, but they just sort of spilled over that shelf, dropped onto cart, and got that cap. Very nice.
It was a good defense from the DK squad, but I think Meadowy dying that like 1 or 2 times right before they were about to have Uber. I think he dropped on third, or he was super close. Then he died at 99% on last. I think if he would have popped those 2 Ubers, we might have seen a different result in this round. Probably a DK win, but nonetheless, definitely a very good job from KND, and we do have logs, so let me pull those up real quick.
Ooh, logs. Tell me more.
Everybody loves numbers.
More statistics, my friend. More money. No, not actually. I wish. I really do wish. As our team are sort of switching sides over here, I would like to point your attention to the amount of frags that Scissor has, because they are a
Whoa, whoa,
significant
whoa,
amount of
whoa.
frags. Whoa, whoa.
A scout
what?
on payload top fragging?
What?
That's
Never.
usually a sniper. Yosh isn't too far behind. He's about 8 frags. 8 frags behind, but we have Zan putting out a lot of damage. She's up to 465 DPM. So for a payload demo man with no crits, that's actually quite a bit of damage.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention Zan is not taking that many heals from his medic either. So he's a powerhouse. He's putting that out, yo.
Yeah, it looks like Medaway actually didn't drop, so correct myself. He's at 0 drops on the logs, so no drops coming out. Very good job coming out of the medics. Definitely means a lot when you don't drop your Uber, although I guess dying at 99% might as well be a drop.
Not technically. 1% does not equal a drop, my friend. 99%. You can't put 99% in a frag video. You kidding me?
You can. I mean, you're only like 1% off of 100. I've seen worse.
But it's not 100. Come on.
Fine.
You must strive for perfection in everything you do, Mario.
Just trying to read these logs a little bit. Jarrett not too far behind in the damage. She's at 359 DPM, but Jarrett did receive a significantly larger amount of heals than Zan. Actually, about 1,400 more heals.
Minor.
Medaway's heal spread is not looking too great. He's actually healing Carl at about 23% of the heals. I'm not sure that's because Zan died a lot more. No, not really. He only had 2 more deaths than Jarrett, so Medaway probably is gonna want to start pumping some more heals into his demo man.
Well, I mean, Kresnik likes to roam a little bit more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he does.
He's been on Tomislav, so it doesn't make too much sense to heal him all that much.
As opposed to last week, Yosh is only up to 15 frags. I mean, Timeless isn't too far behind him at 10, but last week, man, Yosh was just every single time he scoped in, there was a headshot and he killed something. He was just on fire. Looks like he decided that he wanted to turn it down this week. And I mean, a map like Badwater, snipers were a very good class. Although with the updated Badwater Pro, some of the sniper sightlines did get shut down a little bit, if you will.
Yeah.
Mission begins in 60
well,
seconds.
I mean, that still doesn't change the fact that it's a payload map.
Well, you shoot the cart, man. It's free frags. Just stand there doing nothing.
Stand there, do nothing.
Stand there doing nothing.
Yeah. I mean, you get what you can get. You take the frags as you can get them, man. You can't get greedy. Do what you can. You do what you can to survive in these trying times. All right.
Ooh, Jordan is he's actually on level 3s now. No minis.
My boy. Standard spot, and by standard spot, I mean standard-ish area, although it's closer to Cliff than it is to the cart. But, you know, if it works, it worked, and we do have DK up on the defense for the first time. And so I am calling some sort of ridiculous bomb. It's gonna happen. Guaranteed. It's gonna happen.
Is there any parachute action going on?
3.
I don't see any parachute action.
No parachute.
Wait, Etney on the parachute.
Nice.
I gotta get over this Etney cam.
Oh man, going in there. Demento dead ringing out there. Kresnik is already up here, taking a significant amount of damage. However, Yosh does get taken down fairly early, so that'll be a pretty nice thing going down there. Kresnik is down as well. Akuma is in position to get some sort of fat stab, but it looks like Joseph has his number for right now at least. Oh, there we go, big bomb coming in. Jarrett trying to get something done. Doesn't quite happen. However, Etney does manage to take out the sentry gun in the ensuing confusion with that nice direct hit going on there. And so we're going to have a lot of action going on here through tunnel. It looks like Jordan Vanny are going to drop down, try and get something happening. There's a little level 1 set up there. It's doing its darndest, but it's managed to stave people off as well, as it looks like Jordan's going to zap that back up there. Neither medic has popped yet.
And I got those mystery sentry level 1s. Never know where they're going to be, but KND pushing the cart hard. They got their whole combo over here. Carl just raining bullets down the tracks, down the tunnel, and Zan's actually, he dropped it down as well with Manny. cleaning up what they can. Nursey's actually going to get forced in the tunnel to save Zan here. To save Jarrett here. Jarrett going to get a pick up onto Banny, but Nakuma and Timeless picking up some frags of their own in retaliation. KND is, they're losing a lot of people right now. DK's only down one player, that's their scout, so not too much of a loss for the KND squad.
Shout out to Demento being trapped behind with Osborne Cox. Somebody needs to open that one-way door. Your Pyro is yelling help. Here we go. Doing a little backing out here. Shout outs also to this really silly sentry spot by Jordan. Medaway is going to manage to make it out, and we're actually probably going to see a roof hold for the first time this game. Demento is still knocking around, and he is taking full advantage of the DR Spysicle, which is still very much a thing. Fortunately, the jumps coming in there. Jarrett and Eddie going in there and promptly getting demolished by Carl and Osborne Cox. Good job, team. Totally tried, and Yoshi getting taken down by Timeless as well. Demento still in position, trying to get some picks down. Gets skill stick by Bobby. He's still knocking a boot here and there. Lord almighty.
Super aggressive defense from DK. Carl actually jumped down, but Demento gonna get a pick on Timeless, so no sniping down that tunnel. Down the choke, but it looks like KND is gonna favor just trying to muscle their way onto the cart. Even though DK does have this high ground, they have a level 1 just wrangled shooting splits. Etney is back in the courtyard with that direct hit. Just trying to spam what he can, although with a direct hit, you're not really going to be spamming anything.
Well, that being said, the sentry gun does get taken down. Jarrett does take that down. And Demento is still knocking around up here. He's causing a fair bit of a distraction. Etney doesn't quite make the wall jump off there, gets chased off and killed by Banny. So that totally happened, and we're still just trying to get people in around this corner, but with that high ground, people raining stickies down onto KND, they're not going to be giving up the second point without a fight, and Jarrett does get in here, and finally Nursey pops on him, and the counter pop does come out onto Zan as well. A lot of heavy demo Ubers coming out here. Scissor is behind in the courtyard, so I'm going to wait for him to make a post-Uber play, and it looks like Kresnik and Jarrett are up on here. Banny is taken down by a nice, well-placed pipe, and the second point finally gets capped. Here we go. Scissor and Demento trying to move in here. Medaway gets taken down. Etney jumped in. Jordan gets taken down by Demento, and we are rolling on into point 3 with only 3 people up from DK to defend. As
jeez, that was so bad.
Yeah.
Like, that's why you don't hold a roof, because if you lose it and you don't back out, that is a free third point for the attacking team. And third point isn't what it used to be. It used to be one of the most frustrating poles to try to push, but it's still definitely worth holding third point. Banny just, I don't know what he was doing, but he ran there and just died. Ender picking up the kill on the short circuit.
Wow.
Not something you see every day, but
That's something to write home about.
KND gonna pick up this third 100% for free. Nurse is at 95% Uber. He has about a 50% Uber advantage over Medaway. Got KND flank trying to do what they can. Etney trying to do a bomb, but he doesn't really quite get in anywhere. And the Nursey Uber is going to pop off the ramp. Just going in there, Jarrett shooting as many stickies as he can at the sentry, and it does go down. Carl and Zan and looks like Bobby over the staircase are just spamming out this heavy and the blue players from KND, trying to do what they can to clean up these frags. We have a humongous sack coming in from Medaway. Medaway actually does pop his Uber. Luckily he did not drop, so good job from him. Medaway is famous for dropping. Shout out to Medaway's drops.
Wow. Did it get a little darker in here because that was some serious shade. Also, shoutouts to Medaway for holding that Uber for as long as he did. At least 3 players threw their soon-to-be corpses at him, and he did not bat an eyelash until it was almost too late. Thankfully, it was not Scissor over here. Peeking a little bit, Bobby gets taken down by a nice headshot from Yosh. And for a while there, I thought KND was going to roll right into left. That aggressive Uber was really nice, keeping people in spawn, but it didn't quite work out. Timeless gets taken down. Oh, Medaway! Goodbye. Yosh has a bullet with your name on it. People are collapsing in over here. Zan is sort of trapped in Spiral right now, and it's Jarrett, Scissor, and Kresnik are just going to sit on that cart, shoot people out of the air, and that is a 5:33 time. Nice.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Yeah, 5:33. Very good time. I mean, you can beat that. I've seen a 3.5 minute cap on this map. That's not fun to play against, especially when you're being destroyed by a 3.5 minute time. That's not fun.
I'm so sorry for your loss, my friend.
Yeah.
Is 3.5 minutes exactly how long it takes to ride the cart from start to finish without stopping?
No, it's a little bit faster than that. but I mean, not that much faster.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I cannot tell a lie. I
have
chopped
Ender,
down your cherry tree.
Mission begins in
No.
30 seconds.
We do have Ender up on the level 3s, in the same position as before. But a 5-minute and a 33-second cap is going to be very hard for the DK squad to push. They're going to have to... They have maybe time for one sack, and that's about it. They're going to have to get their butts into high gear and get rolling, because they don't have any time to mess with. Every second counts.
I want Zan to do some sort of a ridiculous jump, but with the sort of issues DK had with capping first the second half, hopefully that does not get repeated. Already we have people riding the cart, trying to get that in motion as quickly as possible. Zan throwing stuff out, Akuma in position over here, trying to get stuff working. Vanny is peppering from the other side. Akuma gets taken down. Bobby jumps in here, tries to get a little bit on that sentry, but it's not working. Timeless gets taken down. Zan tries to jump in, and you know, they tried the bomb, but it didn't quite happen at the same time. Actually, that was a really grody headshot onto Bobby as well, and Banny gets taken down. So KND is going to have a really solid hold coming up here. Both medics still have full Uber, full charge. Carl is just sort of riding this cart, and we really need to see a bit more coordination coming out from DK to take the sentry down.
Ooh, nice bomb coming in from Bobby and Zan. Oh, there looks like they're deciding to do another sack, and they are going to force the Uber out of the Nursey KND team. Metaway still sitting in spawn, safe and sound with 100% Uber, but Demento is actually sitting right outside of their spawn door, trying to collect the information that he can, but he's going to go ahead and close. It looks like he is. Ooh. Sorry, Demento decloaks, trying to get a nice couple shots on a Metaway, but he's going to get cleaned up. Metaway did not force. He's still at 100% Uber, but Metaway is eyeing down the scopes of Yoshi's sniper rifle, but he is going to go ahead and pop the Uber. Nursey only at 50% Uber, so hopefully DK can get in here and clean up these frags and take this first point, as they don't have any time to waste.
Absolutely. Banny trying to get some edge in on that cart, but gets taken down by Scissor. Carl getting taken down as well. Jerry getting pretty aggressive. Scissor getting taken down. Zan coming in there, trying to get a little bit more presence known, but it doesn't look like DK is really getting... Oh my god, Nursey gets taken down. Time was going on. A bit of a spree right here, taking down Jarrett as well. Goodbye combo. Hello, Cap. We have a bit more time in the run. Do you think they can do it?
Yeah, it's definitely 100% possible, and this free second cap that KND is just going to hand their way. All they have to do is protect Metaway. He's at 90% Uber, while Nursey is only on 10, so huge Uber advantage coming out of coming out of DK. I'd like to see maybe a Banny Uber in here to try to get a pick onto Nursey. Right now, the only thing that matters is if Nursey dies, and if Nursey dies, then DK will get this third point completely for free, as as KND will most likely retreat and defend their fourth point.
Sentry already got taken down by Bobby, and Demento's in position. Demento! Oh,
there it is, boys!
Demento! Finally! Oh, that was wonderful. Scissor gets taken down, Jarrett gets taken down as well. Zan going a little bit ham after his medic gets taken down, but here it is. Nursey has the Uber charge. She's ready to defend this, but we do have Banny and Osborne Cox trying to get in here, getting a little bit more aggressive. Point does manage to get capped, but I think there might be enough time to set up a bit of a defense here. Yeah, here we go. KND is spawning. There isn't a sentry up quite yet, so DK really need to get their butts in gear and deny any sort of defensive capabilities that might be happening.
Yeah, not only is there enough time for DK to cap, there's also enough time for KND to defend as well. And 2 minutes, definitely not something to shake your stick at. It's definitely a lot longer than you think, especially to cap and defend. But Nursey does have 100% Uber to Metaway's 50. So we might see a DK sack here. I mean, you have enough time to throw a sack, and it's definitely worth it, especially when you're defending last. You know where the medic is. There's only one place the medic's going to be standing, and that is underneath. Actually, it looks like Banny just run it in, getting cleaned up by that sentry gun easily. A lot of pressure coming out of DK to try to do what they can to get Nursey to pop his Uber. They're actually right above KND's spot. Anyway, gonna pop his Uber, they're gonna jump down, and Nursey is going to retaliate with a much better Uber, popping it onto Kresnik and Jarrett. trying to clean up what he can, but ooh, Jarrett actually gonna go die. He's gonna get dropped on the ramp. Medowe dishing out a lot of heals onto this ramp, but here comes Demento behind Medowe. Oh, he gets a fail step, and actually, I think that's a Girardi I just saw thrown by Yash. So I haven't seen that for a while.
That was beautiful. The sentry is still up. Banny is over here trying to make it happen, but Ender has absolutely no want of that. He wrangles him out of the way. Yosh gets a nice headshot onto Yash, which one? Gets a headshot onto the enemy sniper, throwing out some spam here. Medowe is sort of dancing, trying to keep his heal beam on his gamers. However, Nursey is in a really good position, has a bit more of an Uber going on here. Okumi gets caught out, so does Demento before any of that manages to happen. Actually, Ender gets taken down. The sentry gets sapped. What am I talking about? Please, gamers, move in before he manages to spawn.
We have 12 health. He's gonna die to the ambassador of Demento. So on the top of that medic pick from Demento, I do not see this going anywhere for DK. And I'm calling this already with 30 seconds left to the favor of KND.
I believe, I totally believe somebody is gonna pull it out. Bobby's trying to get in here, forces the Uber out of Nursey. Dies valiantly in the process.
Prove me wrong.
Prove us wrong, team. I want it. I need it. Carl jumping over here. Medowe is in position. Heal beam on the gamers. Nursey is back up. However, Banny dropping down, trying to get in on there. Gets taken out as well. Etney gets the last second frag onto Medowe, and boom goes the dynamite and not the payload cart, unfortunately.
There was one point there with about 45 seconds to a minute left where DK had so many frags on KND. KND had 4 people up defending last, but unfortunately it was their entire combo, so most of the damage dealing of that team. And DK, I don't know if they didn't notice it or what they were doing, but they were just chilling, like up on top of like the balcony. They didn't want to jump down and focus fire those frags, and I think if they would have just jumped in and focus fired onto Kresnik and cleaned him up, there was no sentry gun, there was nothing, and all they had to do was just go, and they hesitated, and I think they lost the game from that point as soon as they decided not to push.
Yeah, and not to mention, looking at these stats, Yosh was going just a little bit crazy right there, top fragging in the entire server, pardon me, followed closely by 3 of his compatriots. That would be Jarrett, Ender, and Scissor, with a nice 11, 10, and 10 of their own. And just by watching, it really seemed that we were at a frantic pace trying to get that push in, and maybe it would have done the teams a little better to regroup, or at least, like you said, make that decision and commit to a push.
Yeah, I'm looking at these medic logs. I'm not sure if these are right, because I do believe that like pre-game Ubers where like medics just like pop them just because they can. I don't know if those count to the stats or not, but looks like Nursey has 11 Ubers popped to Medowe's 7 with 2 drops. So I don't know if those stats are skewed or not, but if they aren't, then KND definitely won the medic battle of that is TF2. And medics is keeping your medic alive is just so important, especially in Highlander.
Well, I mean, and sometimes it just gets to the point where Ubers aren't necessarily that game-changing anymore, especially in payload. Sometimes it's better to just pop to protect your own players, to stop the cart. There's so much utility for Ubers that happens in Highlander that isn't necessarily expressed in other game modes. And so I feel like, honestly, KND just sort of utilized stuff like that better. They wouldn't necessarily back up completely just because they didn't have Uber, as evidenced in that ridiculous first point hold that they had in the first half. Which was
I've
really
never
silly.
seen that hold before. They're just on that corner, like something else. And I mean, DK definitely. Not only are they an amazing team, but they win off of their innovation. They come up with something new every single time, and it's always a fun time to watch that.
Most definitely, that was a fun game to watch. Not gonna lie. So before we close this out, any shoutouts, Mario?
Huge shoutouts to Bobby the Babs and Dog Fluties cracking open a cold one. So yeah, that's all I got.
All you got? Alright, before I do my shoutouts, I just want to say, hi chat. I've missed you guys so much. You have no idea. But, well, and it's wonderful to cast again, so on and so forth. But take a look down below the video player. There are some beautiful shirts designed by our lovely EVL graphic designer. Strongly consider picking one up. A good portion of the proceeds go to supporting your favorite casters, EVL, and your favorite production crew member, which is Dashner. So definitely take a look at the shirts, help us do what we love doing, which in turn helps you watch hopefully what you love, which is TF2. Debatable sometimes, but who knows. And big shout outs to, of course, both teams playing tonight and our wonderful cameraman, Dashner.
Mm-hmm.
All right, with that being said, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and good night.